Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, the 14th of October, and we are going to have a class with a tennis ball today. If you don't have a tennis ball, I'll show the option. But first, we'll start off by warming up the neck, the shoulders, the ribs, and we'll do our breathing exercise. So you can either stand, sit, or be in a comfortable chair. Be sure that your back is tall, the neck is long. Widen your shoulders. And we'll turn our head gently to the right, coming back to center. We'll turn our head to the left, coming back to center. So just very gentle turns. Good. And again, and as I've mentioned before, this is super important for us to do in the beginning of class because this helps to activate the nerves that connect to our vestibular system. And it also just feels good on the neck, doesn't it? So let's come back to center and we'll lift our chin nice and high and then lower the chin down towards the chest. And again, we'll lift and lower and lift and lower. That's it. Then the next time you bring your chin down to your chest, let's roll the head to the right shoulder. When we get there, we'll stop and we'll change. We'll go to the left shoulder and we'll stop and change. Do this a few times. I don't like to do full circles because we never know what's going on in the back of the neck. And if there's any type of pinched nerve or a pinched intervertebral disc, we don't want to aggravate it by doing full circles. So the half circles are just fine. Bring your chin back down to your chest and raise your head. Excellent. Now we're going to roll the shoulders, lifting to the ears and back. Just roll a few times. This should release any tension in the upper back and the shoulders. Change the direction. Good. Nice, ladies. Then we're going to set our fingertips on the shoulders and we'll roll the shoulders again, raising the elbows and circle around. Nice big circles. Yes, perfect. So your hands are on your shoulders, the fingertips touching, that's it. Then change the direction. Nice big circles as high as you can get the elbows as possible. Perfect. Then let's raise our arms next to our ears. You can keep your hands apart and we'll take a deep breath in, lean to your right. So this is opening up the rib cage, lifting back up, breathe in and lean to your left as you breathe out. Good, breathing in, lift, breathing out to your right. Perfect, breathing in, lifting, out to your left. Well done, one more time each side, breathing in, lifting, out to your right, lifting and out to your left. Then the hands together and thumbs into the upper back. Gently push your head against your forearms, lifting the chin. Feel that stretch through the shoulders, lifting and opening the front of the ribs. Beautiful. And then bring your arms down and relax. Lifting your hands up just in front of the face. We're going to do a breath with the hands. So the thumb will be the counter and the fingers will be the counts. So if you watch me first, I'm going to inhale for 4 and then exhale for 4. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhaling, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do this together. The hands stay up. Here we go. Begin the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down, close your eyes, And just notice the sensations. Take deep breaths. And we'll be doing this 3 times. Open your eyes, raise your hands, second round. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Excellent. Hands come down, close your eyes, and just notice your sensations. Without placing any judgment on it, just notice and observe. Perhaps you can feel your mind becoming a little bit calmer. Thoughts becoming a little bit more even-keeled. Open your eyes, and here we go. Last time, hands come up. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last round, inhale. Exhale. Good. Hands come down, eyes closed. Bring your breath back to a calm state, in and out. Wonderful. Open your eyes and take your tennis ball. We're going to get onto our mats. So if you're standing, moving down onto your mat, you can bring your feet apart, hands come down, come up onto all fours first, then bring your feet to one side, and let's come to a seated position. We're going to be placing the tennis ball and the trapezius muscle between the neck and the shoulder. So lying down on your back, feet at hip width, get that tennis ball in the right position. Good. Now, for you who are live with us, I know you both have done this before. So you're on your back and you feel, wow, there's a really big pressure into the trapezius muscle with that ball, and that's okay. See if you can relax your shoulders and let the weight of your upper body and the upper part of the shoulders just fall into the ball. And then turn your head from side to side. See if you can get that massage going of the trapezius muscle. And then turning your head back to center, we're going to lift the hips a little bit, and it creates even more pressure on the trapezius. If it's too much, bring your hips back down. But if it's fine, get that pressure going, and then again, turn your head from side to side. And notice what's going on. Turn your head back to center, bring the hips down, take the ball out from underneath, and just for a moment, feel the right shoulder compared to the left. For me, suddenly the right shoulder feels more open, more expansive, and it falls more easily towards the floor, opening up the chest. Let's do the other side. Place the ball on the left side of the trapezius. So if you just joined us, it's here at the very top, between the shoulder and the neck. So right there. And you can let some pressure go onto the ball. Turn your head from side to side. And by the way, I mentioned, if you don't have a ball, all you need to do is grab a hold of the trapezius muscles and squeeze to massage. Okay? So this is a very easy massage, and you can hold and squeeze and turn your head from side to side as well. Okay, for those of you with the tennis ball, let's lift our hips up. And if it's too much, again, keep your hips down. So it may be different on the left side and the right side. So choose which is better. And we'll turn our head from side to side. Good. Very good. Turn your head back to center. Lower the hips down. Take the ball and you can place it to the side now. We don't need it anymore for the rest of class. Stretch your right leg on the floor and reach your arms over your head. And as you breathe out, bring the right knee up to the chest. And lift your head, nose to the knee. Bring the head back down, bring the foot back down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Stretching your left leg on the floor, reach your arms behind you, stretching fingers to toes. And then the left knee comes up to the chest. Lift your head, nose to the knee, and bringing the head gently back to the floor. Now let's stretch both legs on the floor, arms behind you, reaching. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, bring both knees up, squeeze them against the chest. Lift your head, nose between the knees, and lower the head gently. Right arm to the right ear, roll all the way to your right hand side, and when you're on the side, push down into the floor to lift yourself up. Good, good. Let's come up onto our hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now let's start mobilizing the back. Take a deep breath in, curling your spine, look skyward. And then as you breathe out, you'll round, looking to the belly. And again, we'll curl, looking skyward. And breathing out, we'll round, look to the belly. Keep going with this, curling and rounding. One more time, let's curl and round. Coming back to a flat back, open your knees, and let's move the hips back into child's pose. Reaching the arms out in front of you, you can place your forehead down onto your mat. And here already, you should feel a stretch in the low back and an opening of the hips. And this should feel pretty good. Take a few deep breaths here. That's it. In and out. Perfect. Keeping the hands where they are, let's lift up onto the hands and knees. So now the hands are farther forward than the shoulders. We'll curl the back, looking for a bowstring position, getting that stretch from the pubic bone up to the throat, and we'll bounce back and forth, back and forth. Feel how the backs of the legs, the hips, and the back start to warm themselves up. Okay, keeping the hips back, let's bring the right knee up, setting the right foot down. Reach your right arm far out in front of you, and again, bouncing back and forth. Nice and easy. Then setting the right hand down, stretch your right leg out to the side, toes pointing forward, bouncing again back and forth. And this is prepping the joints, prepping the ligaments and the tendons. Should feel pretty good. Bring the right knee back down underneath the right hip, and we'll change. Left knee comes up, pointed up to the sky. Hips are curling up and back. Left hand out in front of you, and bounce back and forth. Preparing the hips, low back, knee, and even the ankle joint. Then bring your hand back, stretch your left leg out to the side, toes pointing forward. And again, we'll bounce back and forth. Good. Excellent. We'll bring the knee back. Now we're going to be doing something fun, which is actually coming from original strength. and it's simply crawling. I want you to send your right knee back and left hand back. Left knee back, right hand back. 2 more times. Move it back. Once more. Back. And then we go forward. Right hand, left knee. Left hand, right knee. Your head is lifted. You're looking where you're going. Go back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Back. 2, 3, 4, and forward. 2, 3, and 4. Good. Hands at the front edge of your mat. Tucking your toes under. Take your crouching cat position, please. The hips tilt up. This helps to engage the glutes. Open your shoulders, lift your head to look between your hands, and we'll bounce back and forth. Knees open wide as you bounce back and forth. Then from here, opening the feet as wide as the mat, walk your hands back. Set your hands one at a time on the thighs to lift the chest. The low back curves. The shoulders open. The chin lifts. And begin bouncing backwards as if you're going to sit in a chair. So it's a deep squat, knees are wide. 4, 3, 2, sinking down. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Hold here, lift and open the chest. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing and step your feet in. Good job. Step to the front edge of your mat. Hands at your heart center. And we're going to get ready to move. Bend the knees gently. Hips curl back. Chest lifts. Shoulders open. And I want to talk to you really quickly about how when we lift the chest, because actually with age, believe it or not, the ribs, when we're younger, tilt upwards a bit. When we age, they start to tilt downwards. We want to counteract that because when we have our ribs tilting upwards, you have full use of the diaphragm as well as the belly getting long and strong. When you have the ribs tilting downwards, you don't have full use of the diaphragm, and the belly starts to roll up and to contract inwards. We don't want that. We want long belly, so it tones the muscles of the belly. We want the chest lifting and the ribs coming up. That responds to the question that people might have about, well, why do we have our hips back and our ribs pulling up in front of us? Because we want to counteract the effects of age, okay? So keep the ribs nice and lifted, knees soft, hands to the heart center. And here we go. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms. Folding, bring your elbows to your knees, get the hands to the floor. Step back your feet until you get to a plank position. Now, hold in the plank position, lifting the chin. The hips are gently curving upwards. Pull the ribs forward. 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, open your hands. If being on your kneecaps is painful, lift your feet up. Here we go for 1 push-up. Down and up. All the way down now. Point your toes, hands come under the shoulders. Rise to a little cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Now from here, ladies, I want you to bring your right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Press your hips back. Then we come back to center. And the left hand off the mat, right hand on top. Press your hips back. Back to center. Tucking your toes. Come up either to crouching cat or down dog. Looking at your hands, Begin stepping your feet forward. Bend your knees low, hands to the thighs, lift the chest. Raise the arms next to the ears so you're in a deep chair. And then come all the way up to standing, arms straight by your sides. Chest lifting, ribs are lifting. Then hands come to your heart center. And we'll go again. Same thing, deep breath in, breathing out, elbows to knees. Hands come to the floor, step back to a plank position. Lift your head, 3. Ribs lifting, pulling away, 2. 1. Knees come down, feet come up, open your hands. 1 push up. All the way down, pointing the toes, hands come under the shoulders, rise to a cobra. Bring your chest back down, up onto the hands and knees. This time the hands go off the left-hand side of the mat. Press your hips back. Back to center, hands off the right-hand side. Press the hips back. Back to center and onto the mat. Tuck the toes. Crouching cat or down dog. Lifting your chin. Begin stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to the thighs, lift the chest, arms by your ears, and all the way up to standing, arms straight by your sides. Good, hands to your heart center. Let's go a little faster. Deep breath in, rise up. Elbows to knees, coming all the way down. I want to have a look. Good, stepping back to plank. Well done, ladies. Hold the position, chin is up. 3, good, 2, 1, knees come down, open your hands and do 1 push-up. Perfect, all the way down, point your toes, rising to a cobra. Yes, and push back to down dog or crouching cat. Good, this time we hold and we stretch the side body. So now we're gonna turn our 2 knees to the right, turn them to the right. Yeah, and hold here, hold here. Keep your right hand down. Feel the stretch down the side body in crouching cat or down dog. Good, coming back to center, stepping forward, all the way front edge of the mat. Bend your knees low and take a chair position, hands to the thighs first and then arms up. Yeah, good, that helps to protect the back. And come all the way up to standing, arms straight by your sides. Beautiful, hands to the heart center. Let's go again, deep breath in, rise up. Elbows to knees, going right down, stepping back to plank. Lift your head and holding, 3, good, 2, excellent, 1, knees come down, hands open wide, 1 push-up, let's go. Yes, all the way down. Point your toes and rise up into a cobra. Perfect, ladies, and push back. Downward facing dog or crouching cat. This time we turn our knees to the left. Yeah, hold it here. Feel the left-hand side stretching out. Keep the palms down. Yes, good. And then move your knees pointing forward again. Begin stepping forward. Good job. Hands to your thighs. Coming up into a chair. And then rise all the way to standing, arms straight by your sides. We are going to add on to all of this. Stick with me, ladies. Hands to your heart center. Find that perfect posture. Deep breath in, rise up. Elbows to knees, coming down. Stepping back to a plank position. Good. Right hand to left shoulder. 3. Left hand to right. 2. Right hand to left. 1. Bring your knees down. You can lift your feet, open your hands. Now you could do 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you want. Then move all the way down, pointing the toes, hands under the shoulders, cobra, and down dog or crouching cat. Now from down dog or crouching cat, send your right foot halfway up the mat. Bring your hands to your front thigh and lift. You're in the lunge position, a shortened lunge. Hands to your hips to start. Sink down with your hips back. Raise your arms up, clasping the hands together. Twist to your right, back to center. Set your hands back down at the front of the mat. Step your left foot all the way forward, right foot all the way forward, knees bend, hands to your thighs, lift into a chair, and all the way up to standing, arms stretched straight by your sides. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's do it again. Breathing out, elbows to knees. Stepping back to the plank position. Left hand first this time. Touch the right shoulder. Right hand to left. Left hand to right. Knees come down, feet can come up. Open your hands, 1, 2, or 3 push-ups. However many you want to do. All the way down. Point your toes coming into cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Left foot comes halfway up the mat. Walk your hands back. Set the hands on the front thigh to lift. Hands to the hips and sink your hips down. Back towards the back heel. Arms come straight, clasp them together. Twist to your left as far as possible. Good. Coming back to center. Hands will come down far in front. Step your right foot all the way forward. Then the left. Bend your knees low, hands to the thighs. Lift it into chair. And then all the way up to standing, arms by your sides. Good. Hands to your heart center. We'll do it 2 more times. Deep breath in, rise. Elbows to knees all the way down. Hands to the floor and we come into plank. That's it. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Yes. Right hand, left. Good. Bring your knees down. Open your hands. You could do 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you feel. Beautiful. All the way down. Point your toes, rise to cobra. Push back to down dog or crouching cat. Yes. Take your right leg, bring it halfway up the mat. Walk your hands back, set the hands onto the front thigh, lifting. Arms together out in front of you, sink down low, twist to your right. Coming back to center, hands far in front. You push off your left foot, bring it forward, right foot forward, bend the knees, lifting to chair, arms by your ears, and all the way up to standing. Last round, hang in there. Hands to your heart center. Good. Deep breath in. Elbows to knees. Woo. Stepping back to the plank. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left. Left hand, right. Knees come down. Open your hands. 1, 2, or 3 push-ups. All the way down. Pointing your toes. Rising to a cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Right foot comes halfway up the mat. Walk your hands back. Oh, sorry, this is your left foot this time. Walk your hands back. Coming up to the lunge. Arms in front. Twist to your left. Sink your hips down and back. That's it. Coming back forward. Releasing your hands to the floor. Stepping your right foot all the way forward. Then the left. Bend your knees. Coming into the chair. And all the way up to standing, arms straight. Good job, ladies. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. And open your eyes. I'm just going to take a little step back so I have enough space. Hands at your heart center. Come back into a tiny chair. Hips go back. Raise your right leg. Set your gaze out in front of you. Have that little squat with the left leg. And be sure the knee bends out towards the baby toe of the left foot. Then we're going to set the right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left hip. Keep this squat position and bring the right leg out to the side, as if you want to set it on a counter out to the side of you. Hold it here. Hold with your right hand. 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing to release. Hands to your heart center. Refine that little chair. Raise your left leg. So the right knee goes towards the baby toe of the right foot. Holding 3, set your gaze. 2, 1. Left hand to the knee, right hand to the hip. And you'll bring the left knee out to the side as if you want to set the left knee on a counter next to you. Keep the right knee bent. And we hold this. 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands to your heart center again. Bend the knees, refine that chair. Raise your right knee up in front of you and take propeller pose. So the foot comes up behind you, both knees bent nicely. You're looking beyond you. Stretch your arms behind you. Lift the hands, reach up and behind, squeeze the shoulder blades. Holding here. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to standing. Whew. Other side. Bend your knees, hips back. Raise your left leg. Setting your gaze, coming into propeller pose. This is so, so good for the glutes as well as the back of the leg. Push your foot up, set your gaze, reach your arms behind you. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to standing. I'm going to face the camera for this next one. So bonsai position. You'll bend your knee, bring it to 45 degrees compared to your hips. You can either be at the ankle, the knee, or the inner thigh. Once you're there, raise your arms, stretching your arms in a V to the sky. Let your hips go back, and the standing knee is slightly bent, just slightly. Lift the chin so the throat is long. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. And hands come to the hips. Good job. Bring the foot down. We'll change. Left foot at the ankle, or the knee, a little bit higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh, 45 degrees. Arms up, hips back, chest lifting. Breathe in and out of the nose, tongue in home position. 3, 2, jaws relaxed. 1, good job, ladies. Bring your feet down, come back to the front edge of your mat. Knees soft, hips back, chest lifted. Deep breath in, rise up. As you breathe out, elbows to knees. Stepping back to a plank position. And from this plank position, let's bring our right knee down. Open up to your left, raise your left arm to the sky, and raise your left leg. Now we're going to do little pulses with the left leg up. So lifting 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, if it's too much for the neck, look down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back down. Keep the left leg up. Turn to face the floor. Bend your left leg. Lift your chin. And we're going to press up behind us here. 10, 9, 8. Keep curve in the back. 7. That's it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the leg straight behind you. Stretch it straight and press back against your hands so you get a stretch into the calf. Allow your chest to lift, your head to lift, your back to curve. And then we're going to take full plank position, both legs straight. Lift and open, strong on the arms. And we change sides. Left knee comes down. Right arm comes up. Right leg comes up. And we pulse, lifting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right hand down. Turn to face the floor. Bend your right knee. Lift your chin and press the foot up. 10. Feel the glute working. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Straighten the leg. Bring the toes down. Press back against your hands to get a stretch into the calf. And then back into a full plank position. Lift your chest, lift your head. Get the belly long and strong. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold on to it, ladies. 2, 1. Knees come down. Good job. Move all the way to the floor. Whew. Hands under the forehead and just rest for a moment. You can move your hips from side to side if you wish. Okay. We're going to be doing some strong upper back work. So get yourself into a good position and make sure there's space around you for your arms to move. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to lift the head, chest, and shoulders. And then we'll stretch our arms straight out in front of us. And then as if we're swimming the breaststroke, bring your arms down by your sides, lift up a little higher, and then come down. Lower the head. We'll do that again. Lift the head, stretch your arms, swing your arms around like doing a breaststroke, lift high, and then come down. And now we're gonna bring the breath along with it. So begin breathing in as you stretch your arms, lift your head, and begin breathing out as you come back down. Head comes down, hands come down. Breathe in and begin the movement. And breathe out and come down. 2 more times. Breathing in. And breathe out. Once more. And breathe out. Relax your head and neck. Move your hips from side to side if you need to. Good job, everybody. Lift your head and shoulders again. This time, lift your legs. And we're going to bring our feet in and out. So you want to touch the heels and toes and then out. Touch and out. Touch and out. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your legs back down and relax here. Lift up your head, hands underneath the shoulders. Squeezing the shoulder blades a bit, feel like the sides of the shoulders open wide and rise up to a little cobra. Lift and open the throat, open the chest, elbows bend inwards, and hold here for 5. No crunching in the low back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Woo. Bring your right hand off your mat, just like in the beginning. Left hand on top, hips press back. Get a good stretch in the spine. And we'll lift. Hands come off the left hand side. Press your hips back. And lifting. Bring your knees to one side. Come to a seated position. Grab behind your thighs and let's roll down onto the mat. Okay, we're going to do the 3 different bridges. First one, hamstring bridge. Legs walk away from you, heels into the floor, toes pointing up. Raise your hips and feel your heels coming towards your hips. So this is going to contract the hamstrings back behind your legs. It's a super good position, especially if you have any knee issues. You want to keep your hamstrings strong. So we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hips down. Then we'll walk our feet in. Get the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Frog bridge. Press the soles of your feet together and lift your hips up. Now in frog bridge, we need to do little pulses. So the arms are down and we'll lift 10, 9. Feel all the glute regions squeezing as well as the hips working. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips back down. Set your feet as wide as your hips. Elbows into the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades and raise your hips up. Here's our classic bridge position. Good. Feel your neck lengthening. Feel the tops of the shoulders pressing down into the earth. Take some deep, slow breaths here. You can close your eyes and observe the effort that you're making in your legs and your glutes. Observe the curve that's going on at the back. And if you're holding tension anywhere in the shoulders or in the neck, see if you can completely let it go. Breathe it out. Now raising your arms over your head, reach behind you and lower the back 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very, very slowly, lowering the back down. And once the back is placed all the way on the floor, stretch 1 leg at a time onto the floor and allow yourself to relax here for a moment. Now bending your knees, grab a hold of the knees and rock a bit from side to side. And as you rock, let your head go to an opposite direction. So perhaps your head to the right, knees to the left, head to the left, knees to the right. And then come back to center and lift your head, nose between the knees. And we're gonna set the arms down and rock a bit until you come up onto your elbows, okay? Open up the shoulders, turn your head a bit from side to side so that you can release any tension in the neck. From here, lift your knees. And I want your knees to fall to the right, keeping the belly pulled in. We'll raise the knees back up to center. Now to the left, and raise the legs back up to center. We'll add on to this. Go to the right and stretch your left leg out. And then pull it back up to center with the leg straight and then rebend. To the left, stretch your right leg out. Pull it back up to center and rebend. To the right, left leg stretches straight. Come back to center, rebend. To the left, right leg stretches straight. Back up to center. Now, if it's okay with you, Go both knees and see if you can stretch both legs. Pull them back up to center. Bend the knees again. Out to the left. Stretch both legs. Pull them back up to center. This is very good core work. Let's go. To the right. Stretch both legs. Yes, back up to center. Then to the left. Stretch both legs. One more time each side. Go to the right. Stretch. Back up to center. And to the left. Stretch. Back up to center. Come back down onto your back. Grab your knees. Let your knees go to the right, head to the left. So you can relax the neck. Good job, everyone. Now, set your hands underneath your hips so they're raised a little bit up off the floor. Stretch your legs as straight as possible and point the toes. And we're going to be lowering the legs for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you're halfway, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly rise, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you're halfway, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cross the right leg over the left. We're going to go again. 10, 9. If you start to feel the back straining, bend your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncross, raise them all at once. Up. Left leg over the right. Let's go down. 10, 9, 8, looking good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncross, raise it all at once. Whoo, knees to the chest. Rock from side to side. Good job. Ay, ay, ay. Bring your left foot to the floor, keeping the knee bent. Stretch the right leg to the sky. Grab behind the thigh and pull the thigh down into the floor. Curving your low back. Make a circle with the right foot to release any tension in the ankle. Good. Change the direction. Flexing the foot, straighten your leg as much as possible. If you want, pull it towards you. So these stretches are a moment just to come back to calm, but also to awareness. Feel what's going on in your body. And slow your breath down. Bend the right knee, cross the ankle over the left thigh. Raise both legs, pull the knees towards the chest. Get that stretch into the right hip. Again, with deep, slow breaths. Bring the left foot to the floor, keeping the legs crossed. Let's do an open twist this time. The knees go to the right, right thigh comes to the floor, left arm out to the side. Turn your head to the left. Then allow the right ankle coming off the left thigh. You uncross and lift left knee first, right knee follows. Find that curve in the low back and raise your left leg. Grab behind the thigh, flexing the foot, straighten your leg as much as possible, and pull the thigh downwards. Big circle with the foot. Change the direction of the circle. Yeah. Flexing the foot, hold it here, curve in the low back, and take some deep, slow breaths. Good. Crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Lift both knees, grab around the thighs, pull them into the chest. Keep the shoulders relaxed on the floor. And again, some deep breathing. Good. And the right foot comes down. Let your knees fall to your left. Left thigh comes to the floor. Right arm out to the side for a spinal twist. Nicely done. Just allow the left ankle to fall off the right knee and rolling back onto your back. Let's take a happy baby pose. So ankles or feet, pull the knees wide, holding the position. Some deep, slow breaths. If you wish to rock, you could do that too. It helps to massage the low back and all the fascia. The thoracolumbar fascia, which is found at the low back, helps to massage that too. And then releasing, let's rebend the knees, bring the knees together. Lift your head, nose between the knees. Lowering your head down. Let's stretch one leg at a time onto the floor. And begin by setting your hands onto your tummy. And take deep breaths into the tummy. Once your tummy is a little bit rounder, hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out slowly. And we'll do that again. Fill the tummy, filling the lungs, letting the diaphragm go down. Tummy rounds out a bit and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out, releasing everything. Good, and again, let's fill the tummy. Fill it up so you feel the roundness. Hold it in, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe everything out. Good job. If you'd like, you can bring your arms by your sides now. Palms can be turned to the sky. Taking deep, slow breaths. Begin relaxing the feet. Feel as if there's a relaxing energy that starts at the feet and begins moving up into the ankles. Moving up towards the knees. Into the thighs, towards the hips. Up into the hips and the low back, as well as the lower abdomen. Allow it to move up into the tummy and the lumbar region. Into the chest and upper back. Into the shoulders, and then down the arms towards the elbows, towards the wrists, to the hands and the fingers. Allow this energy to move back up into the neck, into the throat. The jaw. The cheeks. The mouth and the tongue. Over the nose, over all the muscles around the eyes, over the forehead and the temples, the region behind the ears, and the whole scalp. Even the hair. Imagine yourself now floating in a bed of autumn leaves. It's soft and colorful. The crisp air is all around you. And as you breathe, it gives you energy. Imagine a bright, clear blue sky above you. And the softness of the autumn leaves underneath you. Take a deep, slow breath in. And breathe out, releasing completely. And begin moving your fingers and your toes. Raise your arms up over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. Lift your knees up to your chest and squeeze them against the chest. Rocking a bit from side to side. Good. Stretch your right arm to your right ear and roll to your right hand side. Lifting yourself from the side, come to a seated position. Let's rub our hands together. Bring the hands over the face, gently tapping around the eyes. Shaking your hands out. Let's do that one more time. Hands at your heart center. I wish you a lovely afternoon. Namaste. Thanks for joining.